Yes. Yeah. Hi. Good morning. So we can discuss about the Linux classes. Now, actually, just we can have the general introduction about the Linux classes, about the device drivers, and as well as into the Linux models, why we are using Linux, and basic introduction of Linux, why we are targeting Linux for all the operations for the Linux servers. So generally we can have the Linux server as an open source model. So we can use all the open source application servers like Tomcat, and we can use like all the web servers like Apache open sources. Without licensing, we can use Linux servers. So that we are preferring all the time Linux servers. Linux servers is the basic server, and as well as basic means we can say like it's a highly secured server. We can use anywhere in any location with secured access. So it's basically from Unix in Unix server. So basically it is came from Unix server. So it is highly secured like firewall settings, and as well as into the Linux firewall security and IP security. All these level of security is available under Linux servers. So what is device drivers? Why we are using device drivers? That means device driver is a driver which is used to connect the devices between the all the devices with the Linux server. So we can connect the Linux machine with the devices, all the Linux devices, it will connect with the Linux machine. So how it will connect the Linux machine connected to the devices, how the Linux server is connecting the devices with the Linux, like that we can see. We can say like the concept of kernel. Kernel means is a program which is used to connect the devices with the Linux servers. Let's say we can go for the USB devices. So if you go for USB devices, USB is one of the port. By using the port, we are connecting the devices. Let's say I connect one device under the USB port. So the USB will generate the product ID and as well as into the registered ID by using the modules. So what we do, we install the one of the device driver under Linux machine. When we install the driver on the Linux machine, it will detect the device via the USB port which we connected on the Linux server. So the hardware starts detecting the devices by using the driver which is having under the Linux server. So the Linux server, we already installed the device driver software. The device driver software, what will happen? It will connect with the devices which is connected on Linux server. So we connected on hardware like any device, like printer, like scanner, like any device we connected on USB. Okay. So now I want to install the driver for the Linux server. So for example, I have one network level printer. Network printer I have, for example. So I connected the device network printer with my CPU, like hardware. So the hardware is serving Linux operating system, like Linux servers. So how I can install it? I can install the USB device driver under the operating system in the hardware, like Linux operating system. There I can install the device driver for USB connected devices like printer. Once I install the device driver software under the machine, it will register the USB first and it will generate the registered ID. Second, it will generate the USB ID. So, third, it will detect the devices which is connected under USB port and it will install it. So, we can say like device driver, what is device driver, what is device driver software, what is the hardware, what is the USB. USB is the port. By using USB port, we are connecting the devices like printer or something. The device driver software which is installed on Linux servers, that will usually it will connect the USB port to devices like that. So just I told the basics of the device driver and Linux machine. Okay, thank you.